Dr. Lou, what makes your chiropractic style unique?
Well, I got introduced to chiropractic when I was in my 20s. I was a cabinet maker. I'd been a woodworker my whole life. I had complaints in my neck, my shoulder blade, and my low back. And I went to see a chiropractor, and he completely blew my mind about how the body can work and how the body can heal itself. I was so enthralled by this, I was so inspired by this, that I went from being a cabinet maker to a doctor, which was a big leap. But I was amazingly inspired by all of this. When I got to grad school, after doing all my pre-med here, and I got to grad school in California, I drove to California, and a student adjusted me after that 5-day journey across the country in a way that was very different than my chiropractor, and I was astounded by this kid's skill level. And he mentioned that he does the Gonstead technique. And I mentioned that to all of my patients that come in here because I honor this man. His name was Clarence Gonstead, and he worked in Wisconsin from 1926 to the late 70s, and he worked on 1 million people. And when I heard about just the amount of people he worked on, I was doubtful that anybody could ever do anything like that. And I could talk for hours about all of this, but I'll make this as terse as possible. There was a man in Wisconsin who developed a type of chiropractic, put his engineering skills into it, and created a very effective, very safe technique within the chiropractic world. There are many ways of treating the spine because we are such unique beings, such unique organisms. There isn't any one way to do it. But I gravitated toward this technique because of its effectiveness, its safety, and its specificity. So we use full spine x-rays. I do a lot of drawing and measuring, which fit into my cabinet making background. The adjustments are very, very specific. So I can adjust very tiny babies, brand new newborns, of course without x-rays, but as we get older and we can utilize them. So we use a lot of criteria to finding a subluxation, the misalignment in the spine that's causing all this interference in normal function. And then there's a very specific way that the adjustment is applied, which makes it very safe and effective. I've been using this technique for all of my 26 years of practice, and I find it to be a really good way of helping people reach their potential for health and healing.